Today we will be talking about a scheme of the Ministry of MSME. Ministry of MSME is Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. We will be talking about the zero defect, zero effect scheme, which is the ZeD certification scheme. और मैं अपना वीडियो ऑफ कर देता हूं ताकि बैंडविड्थ थोड़ी प्रिजर्व होगी and you will be able to hear me better. So today we will be talking about the zero defect, zero effect certification. We will understand what are the benefits, इसके फायदे क्या हैं, how to apply, वेबसाइट पे जाके एक सैंपल रजिस्ट्रेशन आपको दिखाऊंगा मैं, and once you register and you apply for a certification level, what kind of documents you need to upload. So a brief into that, I will explain that to you. But before that, it is important for me to explain to you what exactly the scheme is about. ये scheme है क्या? So zero defect, zero effect, it is no rocket science. ये ऐसा नहीं कि बहुत मुश्किल scheme है, इसमें बहुत पढ़ना पड़ेगा आपको, you'll have to really do a lot of work to get onto this certificate. No. First of all, this is not just a certification. ZeD is an effort to make sure that all our MSME friends, they understand how should they go ahead by improving their systems and processes. So ZeD is not a product certification. It is a system certification. It is a process certification. So idea is that the moment you improve your systems and processes, how it impacts your manufacturing, it impacts your various processes. That is evident once you implement the philosophies of the ZeD certification scheme. And all those MSMEs which are registered on UDYAM are eligible to participate. So अगर आप में से कोई UDYAM portal पे registered नहीं है, your Ministry of MSME's UDYAM portal, if you are not registered on it, I request you to first register on UDYAM portal and then come to the ZeD portal. Because if you're not registered on UDYAM portal, you will not be able to apply for this scheme. This scheme is only open for manufacturing as of now because this is the first phase of the scheme. All those MSMEs which are involved in manufacturing. Now, how do we define manufacturing? Manufacturing means that process which is leading to a final product or an intermediary product. For example, if you're involved in the manufacturing of, let's say, textiles, then the final product, for example, can be a shirt or a trouser, which is being sold to the client. So that becomes a final product. Or you are into manufacturing of an intermediary product, which may be the buttons which have to be put on a shirt. So that becomes an intermediary product. So anything where there is a shape change with a raw material can be termed as manufacturing. We will start with the service sector in the phase 2. That is when we also will be helping all those MSMEs which are involved in exports. So now you must understand, before I tell you these bronze, silver, gold, let me also make you understand why you should do this, why you should get into ZeD certification. Now ask a question to yourself. You ask to yourself that whenever you go to a doctor and the doctor says, go and get this blood test done, do you go to the laboratory or the pathology and you tell them that I need a blood test where this is the report I want to be, कि भाई मेरा hemoglobin ना 14 से ऊपर रहना, or keep my fasting under 100 please. You don't tell that to the pathologist because you want the right measurement to come out so that the doctor can tell you that this is the amount of medicine you can take to improve. Now, this is what zero defect, zero effect is about, the ZeD scheme. It is urging you to improve your systems by measuring your processes. The moment you measure your process, you can improve because you would know from where to improve from. If you don't measure, you will not know where to improve from. Whether you have to invest 2 rupees or 2 lakh rupees, you will not know. Whether you have to hire 10 people or 100 people, you would not know. Whether you have to buy 1 machine or 10 machines, you would not know. So it is important to start measuring. Whether you have to improve from reducing electricity from 100 units per day or from 500 units per day, unless and until you measure, you will not know. So one of the many requests that come in from the ZeD scheme is that you should start measuring your processes. It is not just about measurement of the numbers of the products that are coming out. It is various systems and process. It may be a process related to inventory management, process related to how you take care of your stores, process related to how you are measuring your delivery to your client. Everything needs to be measured and documented, because once you measure and you document, you would be able to analyze what has gone wrong and where you need improvement and how much you need to improve. So that is what the intent of ZeD is, to make sure that you start measuring so that you can improve. What you don't measure, you cannot improve. यदि आप कोई चीज मेजर करते ही नहीं है, तो आप improve भी नहीं कर सकते. आप अपनी मर्जी तो 2 क्रोसिन नहीं खा लेते इकट्ठे. Maybe the doctor says only have 1 in a day or 2 in a day. So that depends on the report that you get. So ZeD is that health report of your manufacturing unit. So this health report goes in 3 stages. One stage is of a limited check, which is called bronze. Then the second stage is a check where there more parameters are checked. You can say more health parameters, which is silver. And all the parameters are checked, which is gold. Now, it doesn't mean you have to first apply for bronze, then apply for silver, only then go to gold. You can directly apply for gold if you feel you are complying with all parameters. So I will explain you the parameters when we go forward, but the process you must understand. I will also show you how to register at the end of this session. You must also understand that the Government of India, the Ministry of MSME, does not ask for any compliance certificate under the ZeD scheme. It will not ask for your pollution consent or your fire NOC or any other compliance that you have to get to run a particular manufacturing unit, because that is your responsibility. Zero defect, zero effect ensures that it makes you ready for those compliances, but it does not check those compliances. So as you can see, the first 2 part of bronze, silver, gold is undertaking of compliances. As you can see here, undertaking of compliances for bronze, silver, and gold. You only tick that you promise to fulfill all regulatory and statutory compliances required by law to run a manufacturing unit. You only undertake it. After that, you conform to the requirements of ZeD. So as you can see, the bronze is only document check. You upload the relevant documents. The document is checked by trained and qualified assessors. Sorry, trained and qualified assessors, and those assessors then recommend for your certification. This is for bronze. For silver and gold, after the document upload and document verification, there is an on-site assessment by the assessor who will come to your manufacturing unit and check whether, based on the ZeD parameters, you are conforming to it or not. For silver, it is a 1-day assessment. For gold, it is a 2-day assessment. Now, you may question that what if you are not conforming to all the requirements for bronze or silver or gold? For that, there is an opportunity which is given. The opportunity is that in case there is any non-conformity, in case you are not fulfilling 1, 2, or any number of criteria, you will get 5 attempts to clear them. You will get 5 attempts to clear them, and within 30 days for bronze certificate. Similarly, for silver and gold, you will get 5 attempts, but you will get 60 days because there are more parameters here. So I will quickly tell you what are the parameters, because this is very important to know. ZeD bronze is fairly simple. It is, I'm sorry, is someone saying anything? Okay, so it is very important that you understand that ZeD bronze is kept very simple so that you at least come onto the journey of ZeD. So that's only 5 parameters. and there are basic parameters which you must have. For example, you must show signs of leadership about your manufacturing unit, whether you are taking care of your staff, whether you have a plan in mind, whether you have strategies in mind, SOPs in place. That comes from leadership. And also, you need to have a Swachh or a clean workplace. You also need to take care the safety at the workplace of the machines as well as people. And you must also measure whatever you are delivering, whether you are measuring your delivery or not. This is what the bronze level is checking. And obviously, whether you are checking you have the quality management systems in place or not. So Z bronze is very simple, and you only have to conform to 5 parameters. There are about 13 to 15 evidences which are required to fulfill these 5 parameters. Silver has 14 parameters and gold has 20 parameters. So you will see as you go up the ladder, the parameters become more, and and you have to make more effort to achieve these. But you will also see the moment you fulfill these parameters, there will be a marked improvement in the processes of your manufacturing unit. अब आप ये सोचेंगे कि अगर मैंने ये 5 पैरामीटर्स कर लिए हैं, तो क्या जेड ब्रॉन्ज करने के बाद तो क्या सिल्वर के लिए मेरे को सिर्फ ये 9 करने हैं कि सारे 14 करने, all 14? So answer is that you have to, for silver, even if you are coming from bronze or directly applying on silver, you will have to conform to all 14 parameters. Similarly, for gold, even if you are silver, you will have to conform to all 20 parameters, even if you have conformed to these 14 parameters earlier. The reason for that is that, for example, workplace safety for bronze may only have 2 or 3 requirements, but with same parameter for silver may have more requirements, and the same parameter for gold may have even further requirements. Hence, by fulfilling workplace safety in bronze doesn't mean it is fulfilled for all. You will have to apply for all 14 parameters for silver and all 20 parameters for gold. Now, you may also ask a question that there are so many other certifications. You know, there is an ISO certification, there's some other more international certification. What if you have already done your ISO 9001 and 14001? Why do you need to do this? So answer is Z is a holistic certification. In case you have already got a certificate of 9000, some parameters may be exempted from assessment. That means you do not have to give any evidence for that particular parameter. I will explain it to you in this slide. In case you have ISO 9001, then the parameter number 5, which is quality management, is exempted from assessment. Similarly, if you have environment management, which is ISO 14001, parameter number 13, which is there in silver and gold, not in bronze. As you can see, parameter 13 is environment management. It is not in bronze. It is in silver and gold. This will be exempted from assessment if you have ISO 14001, but there is a condition. The condition is that certificate of ISO 14001 or 9001 or 45001 or 50001 or a lean certificate. Now, the ISO certification must be from a certification body which is accredited by an accreditation body under international accreditation forum. For example, for India, it is NABC, National Accreditation Board for Certification Bodies. So if it is from NABCB, we will exempt, or from any other country, but that country needs to be part of the International Accreditation Forum, then this will be accepted. So this you don't have to check. If you want some parameters to be exempted regarding if you have 45,150, 14,000, 9,000, if you want it online, you just have to upload the certificate and our assessors will check whether this is a valid certificate or not. You can also check whether it is a valid certificate by going on to the website of International Accreditation Forum. You find where you can verify your certificate. It is called IAF Search. You can verify your certificate whether it is genuine or not. Before I go for the benefits of these six schemes, may I request any? Is my voice not clear? I can see something on the message panel. Alokji, is my voice not clear?
So your voice is very clear.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. So, thank you, Asimji. I could get your message now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, I would like, if anyone has any questions so far, I will take the questions at the end, as Madam said. So, now this is the most important part. Just a second. Now, this is the most important part. What are the benefits of this scheme? Now, everyone will ask that, ek to, as MSMEs, we have so much of fun. ऊपर से आप एक लीन स्कीम ले आए, एक जेड स्कीम ले आए, इतने सारे कंप्लायंसेस आपने हमारे सर पे डाल रखे हैं, so much of regulation we have to follow, and then you wonder that why should I go in for a scheme which is voluntary in nature? Z or lean, all these schemes are voluntary in nature. Why should I go for it? Now keep one thing in mind. Do not take such schemes as an obligation to anyone or that you have to do it. But let me tell you that the moment you include best practices in your manufacturing unit, someone asked whether it is only for manufacturing. Yes, as of now, it is only for manufacturing, as I explained in the beginning. But within a year, within the next year, we will be getting the scheme for service sector also. But you must also explain to yourself that if I am trying to improve my systems and processes, even if it takes some extra effort and a little bit of money, what are the benefits that you're getting out of it? क्या आप अपने मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट हैजर्ड और एडहॉक वे में चलाना चाहते हैं? Would you like to run it absolutely in a messy condition, or would you like to put in systems in place, standard operating procedures in place? You have daily briefings, you have, even it doesn't make a difference that it is a one-room setup or a 100-room setup. Doesn't make a difference. Even एक या दो कमरे वाले MSMEs में भी systems and processes आ सकते हैं. सबसे ज्यादा फायदा आपको इंटरनल. Best benefit is your internal benefit when you actually start realizing over a period of time. But if you have truly followed the principles of ZeD, not just a certification, but if you're following it on a daily basis, a sustained practice, you will see in a few months that your people are happy because there are systems in place. You will also see that your costs are coming down. You will see that your defects are reducing, and you will also see a lot of other benefits. You will see that your inventory management is better. You will see that your product is being delivered on time because you have systems in place. You will see that you're saving on electricity, energy. Plus, you will be known as a responsible enterprise because you're taking care of the environment. So these are the benefits that come in over a period of time. But if I am an MSME, अगर आप मेरे को बोले, मैं भी MSME रह चुका हूँ 18 साल, मैं तो ये पूछूंगा कि अगर मैं 2 रुपए भी दे रहा हूँ सर्टिफिकेशन, even if I'm investing 2 rupees, what is the benefit I will get tomorrow? This I will get only after a practice, which I have to practice on a daily basis. What is the benefit I will get tomorrow? So I will explain that also. Sorry. But keep one thing in mind. If there is a practice, which is a good practice, and if you say, why should I do this on a daily basis? It's an extra effort. It will cost me extra money. Why should I do it? Then I will ask you a question. Why do you brush your teeth every day? It's such a pain here. Why do you iron your clothes? Why do you clean your clothes? Why do you polish your shoes? It has become a habit, right? It has become a habit that to take care of your teeth or take care of your body, take care of your clothes. Now that has become a habit, right? You don't wear dirty clothes, do you? Or you don't only brush your teeth only when you are going for an interview. You don't brush your teeth once in a month, do you? You do it every day or twice a day, because there is a process that has been established. There is a process which has been established regarding cleaning your shoes also. You don't wear mud soaked shoes to office, do you? Do you don't? You clean them. And there are enough benefits. Your teeth, you brush them every day, twice a day, the right way. There is a process for that also. Then they become strong. You will be able to chew your food better. That means your digestion will be better. That means your health will be better. You know that. Similarly, you need to practice standard operating procedures, implementation of various systems that you have put in on a very regular basis in your manufacturing unit. Just like you take care of your body, your clothes, you need to take care of a manufacturing unit, because that manufacturing unit will take care of you back if you take care of it. It'll take care of your people, it'll take care of your clients, it'll take care of you. So you need to practice in a sustained manner, and not just in bits and pieces कि कल inspection है तो आज सफाई करा दो. No, it should be clean every day. You should be ready for an inspection every day, anytime. That is the purpose of zero defect, zero effect. However, if I am an MSME, I will ask, what is, if I've got the certification today, what is that certification getting me? Is it getting me more business? I will say, no, business you have to get. The government of India is not come here to give you business, but government of India is here to enable you get more business. Now, every scheme comes with some cost. So the first benefit to you is on the cost. The ZeD bronze is for 10,000, silver is 40,000, and gold is for 90,000. In case you are a micro enterprise, you get 80% on 10,000, 40,000, or 90,000, whichever you apply for. If you're a small enterprise, you get 60% off on the cost of this. If you're a medium enterprise, you get 50% off on these costs. Now, it doesn't stop here. In case you are an MSME and you are a woman entrepreneur, that means the MSME is in the manufacturing unit, you are a partner in it, or you're an owner of it, and you're a woman, or you are an SC/ST entrepreneur, or you're located in the hilly region, then there is an additional 10% in it. That means it becomes 90 for micro, 70 for small, and 60 for medium enterprises. And apart from that, in case you have already participated in two of these schemes of Ministry of MSME, which is the MSME CTP, you may have heard about it. You need to go to the Ministry of MSME website. You will find it there. For the Spurti scheme, there's an additional 5% refund that comes to on the cost of bronze, silver, or gold. Now, the best part comes now. The moment you register and make payment, you unlock a 10,000 rupees joining reward. It is like a coupon. You may be ordering from Swiggy, Zomato, or Amazon or Flipkart. At times you get a coupon, right? Now, this coupon is for 10,000 rupees. It doesn't mean you will get 10,000 rupees. It means that whatever the cost of the certification is, in any one of these certifications, you can adjust this and reduce that amount. And on the balance amount, you get 80, 60, 50, or 10 additional as applicable. So for example, if you're directly applying for ZeD, you can apply it directly for silver or gold also. You do not need to go from bronze to silver to ZeD. If you feel that you are conforming to the parameters of gold, you can apply for gold. Or if you feel that you're conforming to the 14 parameters of silver, you can apply for silver. And if you feel, though, let me try first with basic parameters, apply for bronze. So if you're applying for gold, cost is 90,000 rupees. And if you apply this reward, this cost becomes 80,000. And on 80,000, you get 80, 60, or 50, depending on your size, additional 10% if you are eligible on 80,000. Now, let me also explain micro, small, and medium enterprises is as per the new definition of MSMEs. For you to know which category you fall in, you go to the Ministry of MSMEs website and you will get to know there. However, if you're already Udyam, that certificate will tell you whether you are micro, small, or medium. So coming back to this, in case you're applying for silver, then 40 becomes 30,000 if you apply the 10,000 rupees joining reward. अगर 10,000 रुपए का रिवॉर्ड आप इसमें लगा देते हैं तो 40 का 30 हो जाएगा और 30 पे आपको 80, 60 या 50% या 10% एज एप्लीकेबल आपको सब्सिडी मिलेगी. Now when I say subsidy, it doesn't mean कि आपको पूरा 40,000 देना पड़ेगा या पूरा 90,000 देना पड़ेगा. You have to pay 90 full. No, you have to only pay your own contribution. यानी कि अगर 40,000 पे आप 10,000 रुपीज का ज्वाइनिंग रिवॉर्ड लगाते हैं, this becomes 30, and on 30, in case you're a medium enterprise, you get 50% subsidy. It becomes 15,000. So you only have to pay 15,000, not the entire 40,000. Now the best part is that if you're applying for bronze, the cost of which is 10,000, and you apply the joining reward, this becomes zero, effectively free. So in case you are confused whether you should spend 1 rupee, even 1 rupee or not, then apply for bronze, because you will have to pay nothing because you've applied the joining reward here. Now, this is a limited purpose joining reward. This is only valid for 1 year since the day you register. So if today is 24th July 2023, and today you register, this joining reward will lapse. It will not be valid on after 23rd July 2024. So first condition is that it is only valid for a year. The second condition is that this can only be used once by an MSME unit in the cycle. So if you have used it in bronze, you cannot use it in silver. In case you do not use it in bronze and use it in silver, it has to be in 1 year that you have to use. So this is the subsidy part. Now, it doesn't end here. मान लीजिए आपने ब्रॉन्ज सर्टिफिकेट मिलता है आपको, आपने जॉइनिंग रिवॉर्ड लगाया एंड इट इज फ्री. You get at zero cost, you get bronze certificate. The moment you get at least bronze, you are eligible for financial assistance. आपके पास कोई भी ISO का सर्टिफिकेट हो या प्रोडक्ट सर्टिफिकेट हो, प्रोडक्ट लाइसेंस हो या फिर कोई टेस्ट रिपोर्ट, ये सब चीजें महंगी आती है. All these certifications they come at a cost. However, if your ISO certificate or any quality management system certification has been given by NABCB, the National Accreditation Board for Certification Bodies. If it is from NABCB, आपके सर्टिफिकेट पे लिखा होगा NABCB, गोल्ड ठप्पा लगा होगा, you can see. If that is from NABCB, you can have it refunded. The cost can be refunded to you if you are minimum bronze, which you may have bought at 0 rupees. So that 75% of that cost, with an upper limit of 50,000 rupees, will be refunded to you after due diligence and check. If that certificate is, if your ISO certificate is through NABCB accredited certification body. Now, only one such certificate can be refunded. In case you have 1 or 2 or 3, only one will be refunded. So which can either be an ISO certificate or a quality management system certificate, or it is the testing report from a laboratory accredited by NABL, National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories, or it is a product license or a product certification issued by BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards. इनमें से कोई एक, either BIS or NABL or NABCB accredited certification that you get, any one, you will get a refund of 75% of the cost that you have put in, maximum up to 50,000 rupees. So this, as you see, you may have bought bronze for 0 rupees and you actually get back up to 50,000 rupees, depending on what you paid. Some people may ask a question that they have integrated management systems. Even that you can apply, but the maximum subsidy will be 50,000 rupees. It doesn't end here now. In case you have taken bronze and you are coming to silver now, You might ask that today, if you get bronze, when can you apply for silver? Answer to this is, if you take bronze today, tomorrow you can apply for silver. Tomorrow, if you get silver, day after tomorrow, you can apply for gold. But you need to be very confident that you are fulfilling all criteria. So do not waste your money if you are not sure. Start with bronze. Unless and until you are very, very confident that you will conform to all the parameters of silver or gold that you are applying for, only then apply. So, if you have bronze and you are wanting to come to silver and you feel that these 5 parameters were simply 5 parameter आसान थे इसके, अब इसके 14 parameters में से 4-5 parameter आपको समझ नहीं आ रहे, you may not be able to understand 4-5 parameters of silver and you need help. For that, there is a hand-holding support. But this also comes at a cost. The hand-holding is given for 4 months, 14 man days on site. These 4 months, trained consultants will come to you, which will be allocated to you by the government through QCI, but they will charge 2 lakh rupees. But on this 2 lakh also, there is 80, 60, 50 or 10 as applicable subsidy. So if you're a micro enterprise, you get 80% subsidy. That means you only have to pay 40,000 rupees, right? 80% of 2 lakh is 1,60,000. That is subsidized. You only have to pay 40,000 rupees. And that 40,000 also you have to pay in 3 milestones, in 3 installments. So you see, the government has made it very easy for you to improve your systems. It will give you trained consultants who will come to your manufacturing unit, study it, do a gap analysis, and then whatever your weak parameters are, it will help you in building them, in making the SEO systems more robust. Obviously, they will not come and do manufacturing for you. They will guide you and they will handhold you. And in case the consultant which comes in says that you can upgrade your technology for environment and energy related solutions, and in case that recommendation by the consultant is approved by the government, up to 3 lakh rupees of that cost is also given back to you. So you see, 3 lakh rupees, 50,000 you get back here if you are qualifying either NABL or NABCB or BIS certifications. Here also, if the consultant recommends, I will give you an example. If the consultant आपके बोल सकते हैं कि आपकी एनर्जी कंजम्पशन कम करने के लिए आप सोलर पैनल्स छत पे लगवा दीजिए, उसकी कॉस्ट 10 लाख आ रही है, उसमें से 3 लाख सरकार दे देगी. Now, ये एक एग्जांपल के रूप में बता रहा हूं, but this support is only given for wherever you are helping the environment. It can be to save energy, it can be for rainwater harvesting or any other activity for which zero effect, that means zero effect on the environment. If you are putting any technology related to zero effect on environment, government will give you up to 3 lakh rupees, provided the consultant recommends and the government agrees to the recommendation. Now, one thing I need to clarify, this is not available separately. The support in technology and the handholding support is a package. Unless and until the consultant, you hire a consultant from QCI, everything is all electronic on mobile applications. I will explain it to you also. This comes as a package. This cannot come in separately. You may say, I will only take handholding support and you don't want this, the technology upgradation. That is your choice. But if you want technology upgradation, it has to start with handholding support. Now, it doesn't end here again. इसके अलावा भी बहुत सारी स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स, इवन सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट बहुत सारे इंसेंटिव्स लेके आ रहे हैं. कुछ टाइम में जेम के ऊपर भी आ जाएगा कि in case you are ZeD Silver minimum, so vendor assessment will be exempted. This we are trying to get the systems aligned to this. So there are many benefits coming in. Railways is also saying whatever is available for the industry regarding parcel seva, etc. will be applicable to Z certified MSMEs also. A lot of banks have come forward, more than 14, 15 banks have come forward who are giving various incentives on loans. So some banks are saying 25 basis points, some are saying 30 basis, 50 basis points, some are giving 50% discount or 25% discount on processing fees. So a lot of banks have come forward who are giving a lot of discounts only to Z certified MSMEs. And similarly, a lot of state governments have come in who have given a lot of discounts. For example, Punjab has come in and they're giving support on technology upgradation up to 5 lakhs, some up to 10 lakhs. Some states are saying that there will be a reduction in electricity charges for Z certified MSMEs. So many state governments are coming forward and they're giving incentives to Z certified MSMEs. So I will take you to the Z website and I will show you how you can see what are the benefits. So before I tell you how to, while I tell you how to apply, let me also tell you where to apply from. On your screen, you can see this is the Z website, zed.msme.gov.in. I would request you to kindly note this because this is where you have to go and apply. The moment you type this in the URL, you will come to this screen. You can see that. This is zed.msme.gov.in. This is the screen you get. And it's a very simple, easy to understand website. You can even scroll down and see the numbers. You can see more than 51,000 MSMEs are already registered. And you can see more than 12,000 MSMEs are already Z certified. And because of a lot of reasons, you can see more than 11,800 are bronze certified. We already have 144 silver certified and 159 gold certified. So all these numbers are also on the website. You can know about the scheme, जो मैं आपको अभी बता रहा हूँ पिछले 40 मिनट से. इसका 1000 गुना वेबसाइट के ऊपर उपलब्ध है. You can find out about कैसे स्टार्ट हुआ, ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या है, etc., etc., etc. Most important thing is for you to understand the Z standard. जो मैंने आपको ब्रीफ में बताया है, आपको डिटेल में आप Z स्टैंडर्ड पे जाइए और सर्टिफिकेशन रिक्वायरमेंट्स पे क्लिक करें. जैसे ही आप इस पे क्लिक करेंगे तो यहाँ पे एक URL आएगा, सर्टिफिकेशन रिक्वायरमेंट्स, उस पे आप क्लिक करेंगे तो एक PDF फाइल खुल जाएगी. इसको डाउनलोड कर लीजिए. ये आपके लिए बाइबल है, गॉस्पेल है, गीता है, जो भी आप बोलना चाहें. तो दिस पर्टिकुलर वेबसाइट, this particular PDF file has your entire model and standard. आप इसको स्क्रॉल करेंगे तो आप देखेंगे कि ब्रॉन्ज के लिए पांचों पैरामीटर एक्सप्लेन्ड है. In a very crisp and clear manner, everything is explained that what it means by a particular parameter. तो अगर हम स्वच्छ वर्कप्लेस की बात करें या ऑक्यूपेशनल सेफ्टी की बात करें, it first explains description what this parameter means. And on the last column, which is requirement, it explains what is the evidence required to fulfill or conform to this parameters. That means evidence has to be there regarding Swachh workplace, which is talking about cleanliness, hygiene, all these aspects, good manufacturing practices, good hygiene practices. So for bronze, this is for bronze, by the way. For bronze, for parameter 2 Swachh workplace, you need to give two evidences. One evidence related to cleaning processes, and the other evidence related to maintaining clean, cluttered workspace. So this is what the evidence is required. Similarly, for occupational safety, you can see there are 3 evidences required, which the mobile application will guide you. Then you scroll down, you will come to silver requirements. And you will now see right from, it starts again from 1, because as I told you, the requirement for silver for the same parameter as bronze will be more. As you can see, it is more. It is talking about root cause analysis regarding occupational safety. It is talking about whether you have safety systems, whether there is a periodic mock drill happening. And then if you move on after these 14 parameters, you move on and it comes to gold. Gold talks about, again, starts from parameter 1 to 20. And if I take you to the same parameter which was there in bronze as well as silver, you will see that this has much more than bronze or silver, because this is talking about periodic safety audits, periodic review by the management, etc., etc. So the same parameter which is common in bronze, silver, and gold, the requirement of that matures from bronze, silver, and gold. So this is where you can actually download the entire. Just a second. You can actually download this and save it with you, and then go through it. If you maybe you may have a consultant already, you can go to it. Now, let me go back to the main page. So the website, if you go to the benefits, you can see all the benefits. If you want to see the benefits on your state, you can select the state from here. Select the state. Let me just randomly select Punjab. It will tell you all the incentives which are there, right? And you can see so many banks are already there, financial institutions. ICICI Bank Limited, Yes Bank, GSAF Bank, Fusion Microfinance, State Bank of India, Central Bank of India. So lot of banks are there. And हमने सिर्फ नाम नहीं लिख दिया है कि वहां पे ये इतना देंगे, आप अब आप झूलते रहिए वहां पे जाके, ये उनको पता ही नहीं रामपुर की ब्रांच में स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, उनको पता ही नहीं होगा इंसेंटिव है। उसको सॉल्व करने के लिए स्टेट बैंक के हेडक्वार्टर्स में एक मोबाइल नंबर, उनका नाम और ईमेल आईडी इसमें यहाँ पे उपलब्ध करा है। वी हैव गिवन यू द नेम ऑफ द कॉन्टैक्ट पर्सन ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर बैंक and the contact number and email ID from whatever discounts that particular bank has given. For example, HDB Financial Services gives 30% disconcession in processing fee if you are ZeD certified. So you see a lot of benefits have come in. You can select your state, or if you want to know what are the level for bronze, silver, and gold level, what are the benefits, you can select from here itself. In case you get ZeD certified, you can actually get listed here, and you want to check state-wise, certification-wise, everything is available here. So all these can be checked, and in case you want to see all the documents user manual are also mentioned here. So let me go back to you and tell you how exactly you can register. You just go down and go to register now and go to new user. One above is for registered user. This is for new user. Put in your registration number, click on register now, and it will take you to a different screen. So it says, welcome. You need to have your Udyam registration number. As I told you right in the beginning, आपके पास आपका उद्यम नंबर और उद्यम नंबर से जुड़ा हुआ मोबाइल नंबर होना बहुत जरूरी है. You need to have the Udyam registration number and the mobile number associated. So I will get a sample number, which is here, which is actually a sample number, but this is the live MSME. Here, this is how an Udyam number looks like. And this is the associated mobile number with this Udyam. जिस नंबर से आपने उद्यम पर रजिस्टर किया है वो मोबाइल नंबर की जरूरत है. Now it is important to understand that you will not, it's not necessary that you have to have that mobile with you. इसमें कोई OTP नहीं आता है. We just need the correct mobile number. So click on proceed, and let me just select this Udyam number. I will put this Udyam number. This I am showing it to you live, right? और यहाँ पे आप मोबाइल नंबर डालेंगे. Let me copy the mobile number. And you click on I'm not a robo, so that will check that it is someone is not, the AI is not registering on your behalf, and you click proceed. The moment you click proceed, it will fetch all the information that you have put on Udyam to Z. जितनी भी आपने जो रेलेवेंट इंफॉर्मेशन उद्यम पे आपने डाली थी वो Z खींच लेगा उद्यम से. सो यू विल सी इस पर्टिकुलर उद्यम नंबर का एमएसएमई का नाम है मैसेज रेवती पेट इंडस्ट्रीज और इनके 3 यूनिट है. अब इधर मैं क्लैरिफाई करना चाहूंगा कि आप किसी भी यूनिट के लिए अप्लाई कर सकते हैं या तीनों के लिए. आप अगर एक उद्यम नंबर में 3 या 5 जितनी भी यूनिट्स हैं, हर यूनिट के लिए आप जेड कर सकते हैं और हर यूनिट के लिए आपको वो सारे बेनिफिट्स और इंसेंटिव मिलेंगे जो आपको मैंने पहले समझाए थे. So, let me explain it to you again. If in one Udyam number, if there are multiple units, you can apply for Z certification for all those units. And all those units will get the benefits as I explained it to you earlier. But let me also explain you that if you get Z certification for one unit under one Udyam, it doesn't mean that all the units are automatically certified. No. Z certification is unit based, address/location based hota hai. It doesn't mean your one unit here is here in Okla and the other is in Faridabad, or one unit is in Okla and the other is in some other part of Delhi. It doesn't mean that all the units under one Udyam number are automatically certified. No. Every unit needs a separate Z certification for you to get the benefits of Z certification. So let me select this unit, which is in this village town in Ahmedabad, and I will be selecting the activities only for manufacturing, so it will only show manufacturing, and I will say confirm and proceed. The moment I say confirm and proceed, it will ask for the email ID. Now here, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि जो email ID आपने उद्यम में रखा है वही डालना है. It's not necessary that the same ID which you put on Udyam has to be put here. No, you can put that email ID on which you want to coordinate with Z. So let me put my personal email ID here and I will proceed. When I proceed, it will ask me to check whether everything is okay. In case I feel that the email ID I have provided is wrong, I can go here and check and repair it. But if I feel it's right, I will say I confirm to the above and I will proceed to take the Z pledge, the zero effect pledge. This is the pledge that you take, that you will follow the Z principles and give back to the society and to the environment as much as possible. This is what the pledge is about. So you take this pledge, we pledge, you press on it. It'll take some time because after this, you will also get a pledge certificate on your email ID. And then it will say, go to your login. Now, the moment you come to the same login screen, right? Now, let me open up my Now I have already got, this is my screen that you're saying. I have already got the moment I have registered, I have got my Z ID. You can see this is my Z ID. And this is the password, right? So I will copy the Z ID from here. And this is the password. Let me just go to this. I will paste the password, the ID here. Let me copy the password. Let me paste the password here. And I will click on I am not a robot and I will log in. What you're seeing, ladies and gentlemen, this is live. ये live system पे मैं आपको एक एग्जाम्पल के रूप में दिखा रहा हूं. अब ये आपका डैशबोर्ड आ गया. तो मेसर्स रेवती पेट इंडस्ट्रीज जिसने जेड पे रजिस्टर किया है, आपका डैशबोर्ड आ गया. इस डैशबोर्ड पे आप चाहे तो ब्रॉन्ज के लिए, सिल्वर के लिए या गोल्ड के लिए डायरेक्टली अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. तो इसमें सारे ऑप्शंस हैं अप्लाई करने के लिए. तो आपसे इसीलिए रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप सबसे पहले जाके all of you must download the Z standard, go through it, be very sure that you are conforming to the parameters of either bronze or silver or gold, then apply. So let me apply for bronze. A disclaimer will come. I will accept it and proceed. Instructions will come, read all the instructions and then accept and proceed. And then you come to the payment part. Now, if you see, as I told you before, payment for bronze is 10,000 rupees, right? And there is a subsidy of 80, 60 or 50%. So payment is 10,000 rupees, as you can see here. Certification fee is 10,000. And since this is a micro enterprise, this is a small enterprise, so it is getting 60% off. So 6,000 less, and the net payable amount is 4,000 rupees. So in case you go ahead, you have to pay 4,000 rupees. But then here is the joining reward, which I spoke to you about. Remember, I spoke to you about this joining reward, which is here, a limited person joining reward. It is here. If you click on apply reward, I will click it now. Immediately, it calculates with the joining reward. Certification 10,000, joining fee 10,000, joining reward, and everything becomes zero. You pay zero. So let me proceed to pay 0 rupees. It says required data. Okay. So it means that in case you want the GSTN receipt, you play yes. In case you want the TDS to be deducted, you say yes or no. And then the moment I proceed to pay, it will take a few seconds and it will make the payment. So few things you have to remember before I go back to the presentation. Few things you have to remember. Number one, you have to be Udyam registered. You need to have your Udyam number and the Udyam related mobile number. Number two, you need to remember that you need to apply for bronze or silver or gold after going through the ZeD standard. And the third very important thing is, when you apply for bronze or silver or gold, make sure that if you want to apply the joining reward or not, you have to click on it. Because if you don't apply the joining reward, you will have to make a payment. So keep that in mind. So now I will go back to my dashboard, and the moment I have made a payment for bronze, you can see only this is highlighted, the other two I can't apply. So unless I finish my ZeD bronze certification process, I cannot go here. The moment I say bronze completed, Abhi, it's showing in progress, right? You can see it on your screen, in progress. The moment this is completed, both these will become active. That means you can apply for silver or gold now because you're already bronze. Now, once you apply, you have applied, you have paid for ZeD bronze, you have to download a mobile app on Google Play. You have this available only in Android. Everything after this is through a mobile application. I'm once again repeating, इसके बाद का सारा प्रोसेस मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन के थ्रू ही होगा. You cannot give physical documents, you cannot mail us any documents, everything has to be through mobile application. So make sure that there is enough space in your mobile. Download the application by scanning this, and once it is downloaded, you will already get in your email ID, you will get your payment confirmation, right? And the same login ID password will be, you log in on the mobile application with the same login password, right? Or you will get a mail. The moment you will get a mail with the login password. So it is important to understand this. The moment you make payment, you will have to download the mobile application. After this, everything is through mobile. ZeD के सारे सिस्टम एंड टू एंड डिजिटलाइज्ड हैं. आपसे कोई भी असेसर नहीं मांगेगा photocopies. No assessor will ask you for any document or photocopies to give them. They will ask for the document and they will take a photograph from their mobile application of ZeD. So keep this in mind, that whatever the mobile application says do that. So I will come to this particular part. We have completed this. Then comes, once you download the mobile application, you will have to fill the basic information. So this is how, when you go to the Play Store on Android, you will see ZeD MSME. When you see ZeD MSME, you click on it and install this. Then it comes to the screen. From here also you can register. It's possible that you can register from here also. However, since you've already registered, you've already paid, you can put your ZID here and the password. It will take you to your dashboard. ये dashboard जो मैंने आपको यहाँ दिखाया था, ये वाला, ये आपके मोबाइल पे ले जाएगा. It will look something like this, from where you start your bronze certification process. You accept and proceed a compliance agreement. Remember I told you about the compliance agreement आपको लेना है, लेकिन compliance जमा नहीं कराना है. You say that you understand that certification is voluntary, and by proceeding, you agree that any regulatory or statutory requirement you will fulfill, right? And then you go to certification requirements. Once the certification requirements are, you click on them. The moment you click on them, you go through all the certification requirements. आपने पढ़ा होगा पहले. You may have read it when you applied for it. लेकिन इसमें आप जब आगे बढ़ेंगे, you will make sure you go through again. And then you click on, I have read the certification requirements, and you click on it and submit. Then it comes to the basic information. You know, ये basic information बहुत जरूरी है. हमें पता होना चाहिए आप कौन है, क्या बनाते हैं, आपकी यूनिट की फोटो. We need to know who you are, what you manufacture, photograph of inside and outside of your institution, of your manufacturing unit. Whosoever is filling this form, we need the photo of that. Now, why we are using mobile application? Why not just email everything? Why we are using this is because everything is geotagged. Latitude, longitude is captured, and our assessors will catch in case you are taking the photographs somewhere else apart from your manufacturing unit. So all such data of upload of documents has to happen in your manufacturing unit. Because we already have your address, it will tally with the latitude, longitude, and will give an error even if it is 500 meters away from the address you have given. So a selfie has to be uploaded, a site exterior photo has to be given. You have to say whether you get a third-party audit or not. There is no right or wrong answer here, right? You just say what you have to, what you're doing or not, right? Whatever products you have may have one, may have five, add all. You talk about what customers you have, whether you export or whether you import raw material or not, and what are the raw materials that you are using. You add that here. You also say what is your monthly manufacturing capacity. एक महीने में एक पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट को कितना बनाते हैं, कितना बना सकते हैं आप. It doesn't mean कितना बना रहे हैं, आप कितना बनाते हैं. How much is your capacity to make? So if you are manufacturing nuts and bolts, what is the capacity of your machines in a month? Is it 10? Is it 10,000? Is it 10 lakh? You have to mention that here and maintain the value here. And then whatever you manufacture, whatever nuts and bolts, for example, you are manufacturing, what is the utilization of that? How much are you? How much is actually being used of that? Enter that value also. You would also like to know what energy sources you use petrol, diesel, etc. So once again, there is no right or wrong answer. ऐसा नहीं है कि इसमें आप, if you don't put one or if you don't put five, you will fail. No, this is basic information. Then while you are putting this basic information, note a few points. Make sure that the exterior of your manufacturing unit, your name of the unit comes in. So if it is Raj Manufacturing Enterprise, you have to take a photograph where the nameplate is there. Must make sure it is there. And then whatever products you are adding, make sure it is a photo of the product. You don't give us packed product. Take out the product, show the product, take a photograph, and then upload. And whatever raw material you're using. You may be using raw material of scraped iron. Put up a photograph of that. You may be using cloth as a raw material in textiles. Take a photograph of that and add that name of the raw material. And in case, you have to also write what percentage of that raw material is imported. If nothing is imported, everything is made in India, then leave it blank. If you are importing it, write the name of the importing country that you are getting. For example, you are getting आप धागा मंगा रहे हैं वियतनाम से. You write down the name of the country. यहाँ पे drop down आ जाएगा, उसमें country का नाम लिख दीजिए आप. Now comes the documents. ये मैं आपको ब्रॉन्ज के लिए बता रहा हूँ, बहुत जरूरी है, इसको बहुत ध्यान से सुने. Everyone, please pay close attention to this. When it asks you for the pictures of working area, make sure it is taken from a distance. If you take it from very up close, the assessor will not be able to assess. So make sure that the photograph is taken from a distance of the working area, and for every requirement, you can upload up to 5 photographs. So my request is, please upload 5 photographs. There is a possibility that 3 are wrong and 2 are right. So even if 1 is right, we will give you okay for it. So once again, let me explain. हर एविडेंस में आप 5-5 फोटोग्राफ्स अपलोड कर सकते हैं. आप 5 फोटोग्राफ अपलोड करिए. हो सकता है कि उस 5 में से 3 फोटो गलत हो, लेकिन 2 सही हो, तो आपको फिर भी उसको हम कन्फॉर्मिटी यानी ओके मानेंगे. सो मेक श्योर फोटोग्राफ्स आर क्लियर. और ये भी मेक श्योर करिए कि ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आपकी है तो आपकी यूनिट, पर आप लैपटॉप के अंदर उसकी फोटो ली थी, उसके ऊपर फोटो ले रहे हैं आप, वो रिजेक्ट हो जाएगा. एनी फोटोग्राफ टेकन from the laptop, except for 1 or 2 parameters, which I will explain which ones, all the photographs which are either of machinery, place, or people, right, or of equipment, that has to be actual photograph of that equipment or of that place or of that person or of that certificate, right? It cannot be the photo of a photo, right? It will be rejected because our system will pick it up. Similarly, when it comes to staff toilet, make sure you put up photographs of clean toilet. The moment you pick up dirty toilets, it will be rejected. Similarly, for storage area, you may have raw material storage area. Make sure that you give the photograph of the raw material storage area and not of the raw material. And then you may be storing your final product somewhere where you have tagged it and stored it. Take a photograph of that from a distance. And once again, मैं फिर से दोहरा रहा हूँ, make sure you are using all the 5 photographs. हर option के, whatever you can see here, na, all these are requirements. Every requirement you can upload 5 photographs each. Upload 5 each. Then comes to your certification. Remember, I told you right in the beginning, in case you have an ISO certificate against which you can get an exemption of a parameter, you can upload that also. So if you upload it here, and then you say done. But in case you don't have it, you don't want an exemption, you can say no and move forward. Let me explain you one thing. If you do not have any ISO certification, you can still apply for ZeD. It doesn't mean that you have to have an ISO certificate. Then comes to fire extinguishers. Always remember, take the photograph of the fire extinguisher in a way where the date and the expiry, the validity is mentioned. In case it is not clear, what is the date, what kind of fire extinguisher it is, and what is the expiry date, it will be rejected. So once again, 5 option देते हैं आपको. 5 photograph upload कर सकते हैं. You can upload 5 photographs. Kindly upload all 5 photographs. One from a distance, one from a close-up. Upload that. Similarly, it comes to, for example, this parameter is whether the employees are given personal protective equipment. Make sure that the relevant personal protective equipment is given. For example, in case you have a work in your manufacturing unit wherein safety boots are given, make sure that the employees, the photograph that you send are the people wearing safety boots or hard hats, the safety hats. And also make sure, once again, it has to be in the premises of your manufacturing unit. Then comes the picture of industrial safety, right? This is photographs of safety, occupational workplace safety. Make sure that it is related to occupational safety. If you upload any photograph, for example, it is talking about a process of 5S, then it will be rejected. But if it is a safety warning, it will be accepted. Then comes the training attendance sheet. For whatever training you are giving related to safety, you have to maintain a record. Remember, मैंने शुरू में आपको बताया था, if you are not measuring, if you are not making a record, you will not be able to improve. You don't measure, you will not improve. आपने, you have purchased a fire extinguisher, but no one is trained on it. Then that fire extinguisher is a failure. So make sure that people are trained on safety and maintain a record, and you can take a photograph. Now, in this case, if your record is only on the laptop, you can take a photograph of that record on the laptop. Similarly, a training attendance sheet regarding quality. In whatever training you are giving to your people on quality, आप जिनको भी quality के ऊपर या अपनी मशीन चलाने की क्या quality parameters maintain करने हैं, उस पर आप ट्रेनिंग दे रहे हैं, अगर आप उसका भी रिकॉर्ड बहुत जरूरी है. After all this, you will see that if everything is okay, all the evidence is okay, the assessor is happy, then you get the ZeD bronze or silver or gold certification. Now, that is all for the presentation from me. What I will do now is I stop my sharing and I will switch on my video and I will take your questions. अगर आप लोगों की कोई सवाल है, आपका एक सवाल आया है इसमें, is this only for manufacturing? अभी right now it is only for manufacturing. Is there any voice issue? नहीं, हम तो अप्लाई करना चाहते हैं लेकिन गवर्नमेंट का प्रॉब्लम आता है, उसको सोल्यूशन क्या है? क्या गवर्नमेंट रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस के बारे में आप बात करते हैं? What government rules and regulations? So अगर आपको मैं आपका क्वेश्चन आंसर कर रहा हूं यहाँ पे, government problem, whatever business you are doing, manufacturing or service sector, you will have to follow the regulation to set up that business. If you want to be in the organized sector, so that you have to follow. ZeD is not asking for government compliance. ZeD is asking for an undertaking. वो चाह रहे हैं कि आपसे एक undertaking मिल जाए कि आप fulfill करेंगे, लेकिन यदि आप fulfill नहीं करते हैं तो ZeD certification withdraw हो सकता है आपका. So please keep in mind, ZeD does not ask for regulatory compliance. However, it asks for an undertaking of regulatory compliance. How do I claim the free fire extinguisher? There is no free fire extinguisher given under ZeD. Please note that fire extinguisher you have to buy. Under the ZeD scheme, there is no free fire extinguisher. If you are a startup or a project developer, see, this particular phase of zero defect, zero effect is only for manufacturing units which have manufacturing ongoing, जहाँ पे already manufacturing चल रही है और कुछ प्रोडक्ट निकल रहा है, ये उसके लिए सर्टिफिकेशन है. यदि आप नए हैं, स्टार्टअप में आपकी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग स्टार्ट नहीं हुई है, तो मैं आपसे यह अनुरोध करूंगा, आई विल रिक्वेस्ट यू दैट फर्स्ट स्टार्ट योर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एंड देन कम एंड अप्लाई फॉर दिस. एनी अदर Q&A? Let me go to Q&A and check.
सर, सबसे पहले तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कहना चाहूंगी. काफी इंफॉर्मेटिव आज का वेबिनार रहा और सर काफी हमारे पास अच्छे रिस्पॉन्स आ रहे हैं वेबिनार से रिलेटेड कि हमें पीपीटी के लिए रिक्वायरमेंट है. पीपीटी चाहिए अगर हमारे
पीपीटी आपको मिल जाएगी. आलोक जी हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, जिनके साथ आप कोऑर्डिनेट कर रही हैं, ऋचा जी, वो आपको पीपीटी दे देंगे. मैं इन द मीन टाइम कुछ सवाल लोगों के आ रहे हैं, मैं उनको कर देता हूँ. जवाहर जी ने पूछा है कि वी हैव SA 8,000 certification which requirement we can exempt. So let me just first say answer, no requirement is exempted because of SA 800. I'll tell you the reason why. If you see the 20 parameters of ZeD, अगर आप 20 पैरामीटर देखते हैं ZeD के, तो कोई ना कोई इंटरनेशनल सर्टिफिकेट उससे कंप्लाई कर जाएगा, राइट? और बहुत सारे ISO सर्टिफिकेशन और भी हैं जो हमने मेंशन नहीं किए हैं. तो हम नहीं चाहते कि ZeD एक बाकी सर्टिफिकेशन का कलेक्शन बन जाए कि आपके पास 15 सर्टिफिकेट हैं तो जेड फ्री नहीं। हम चाहते हैं कि जेड के प्रिंसिपल्स को आप सच में फॉलो करें। सो इसके लिए बहुत कम पैरामीटर्स को एग्जेम्प्ट किया गया है, केवल 6, बाकी 14 कंप्लाई करने पड़ेंगे। इसलिए ऐसे 8000 सर्टिफिकेशन का कोई एग्जेम्पशन नहीं है। एंड यस आई एग्री कि इस गोल्ड में आके कहीं ना कहीं कुछ एग्जाम्प हो सकता है, पर हमने नहीं किया है। वी वुड लाइक पीपल टू शो अस कन्फॉर्मेंस ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर पैरामीटर। अभी सुब्बा राव जी ने पूछा है कि सर्विस सेक्टर के लिए एप्लीकेबल अभी नहीं है। वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग इन 1 ईयर द सर्विस सेक्टर मॉडल आएगा अलग से। ये मॉडल सिर्फ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का है। दक्षायनी जी ने पूछा है that we are having Z bronze certificate in 2018 valid for 4 years. Now if we apply again, will we get all the subsidies you mentioned? जो भी subsidies आपको मैंने बताई हैं अभी, you will get it under this scheme, but you have to register again. Nabendu Das ji from Assam, we are going to launch our tea products on the month of August. Can we apply it now or after launching the product? We have to apply. First, you have to see whether your product falls under manufacturing or not. If it does, and if your manufacturing is on, please apply. You can apply. It doesn't matter that when you're selling the product, if you're manufacturing, you can apply. How ZeD certification helps in SME listing? First of all, Kamal Oriji, first of all, it is there in the entire website of ZeD, number one. Number two, many on different marketplaces are giving an option wherever you have any certification upload. So you can see it in Flipkart, you can see it in Amazon, you will see a lot of products which are saying ZeD bronze or silver or gold certified. So you're getting visibility there as far as listing is concerned. And I showed you on the website, on the main government website, you are listed there as a ZeD certified MSMEs. Vineet Agarwal ji is talking about how can we edit in our company profile after getting certificate if we found any mistakes. I'm not very clear as to what you're asking, Vineet ji. How can we edit in our company profile after getting certificate? Okay, maybe you are asking, अगर आपको सर्टिफिकेट मिल गया है और आप कुछ चेंज करना है सर्टिफिकेट में, there is a mistake. What you do is you connect with the Z division at QCI. They will help you out because there is no such process. Because if the company name, we don't pick up from you, we pick up from Udyam. So अगर आपको कोई correction करना है, company name, address, anything, you first have to correct on Udyam certification and then come on to ZeD. Because we don't take any address or name of the unit directly from you. We pick it up from Udyam, which is Ministry of MSME. So you cannot correct with us. You'll have to go to Udyam certification. Oh, very good question, Rahul Gaurparji. What about surveillance of the certificate? I request everyone to put your questions on Q&A and not on chat. So I don't have to shuffle between two screens. राहुल घोरपड़े जी ने पूछा है कि सर्वेलेंस क्या है, तो वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन। ब्रॉन्ज के लिए कोई सर्वेलेंस नहीं है, सिल्वर एंड गोल्ड के लिए 18 महीने बाद देयर इज अ ऑनलाइन सर्वेलेंस दैट हैपेंस। Kamal Sujit ji, we provide sustainability, ESG, automation, and ISO certification. How can we take up ZeD consultancy? I would suggest that you connect directly with Udyam helpline, and they will connect you with the ZeD division of QCI, or you आलोक जी अपना ईमेल आईडी आप अगर शेयर कर दें चैट पे, तो पीपल कैन कनेक्ट यू इन केस दे वांट टू पिक अप कंसल्टेंसी। वी हैव टू अप्लाई अंडर न्यू रजिस्ट्रेशन। दक्षायनी जी ने पूछा न्यू रजिस्ट्रेशन, एक मिनट, लेट मी गो बैक। Yes, you have to apply under new registration. Yes, Dakshani ji. Hitesh ji ne bola minimum how many years manufacturing unit should have to get? If you are manufacturing today, you will get it today, the certificate. So you don't have to be 10-year-old or 5-year-old. Manufacturing process should be on because you have seen the parameters. Parameter कहते हैं energy management, यानी कि कुछ consumption चालू है. Parameter कहते हैं occupational safety, यानी कि there is some manufacturing happening. So if there is manufacturing happening today, you can apply today. Sivaram ji saying no need for service industry to follow this since this is primarily for manufacturing, right, sir? Okay. So, Sivaram ji, right now we are in the process of creating a service sector model. Within a year or so, you will get this particular for service sector because uh, quality manufacturing का मोहताज नहीं है. Quality can be there in every sphere of life. Quality can be the way you talk to your children. There is quality in that. Quality can be the way you are driving on road. आप लेन फॉलो करें वो भी क्वालिटी का ही पार्ट है. सो सर्विस सेक्टर, ट्रेडिंग, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, quality can be everywhere and quality is your right. You should demand quality. Kamal original ka hai, I'm asking for listing in stock exchange. No, as of now, listing in stock exchange, as far as ZeD is concerned, it doesn't give you any such leverage per se, but you have given us a good idea. Alok ji, if you can note it down, we can check with the ministry that in our next step, when we are taking it to the next level, whether this could come in as a benefit. Okay, anonymous,
Sure.
yeah, yeah. Anonymous attendee ने लिखा है, I have a rooftop solar. Apart from the 3 lakhs, can I get the input tax credit covered under this? No, it is only the benefits that I have told you. Anyone who wants to know more about the benefits must go to the ZeD website. If I have told you 10, there are 100 more there. So have a look at that and you will get all the benefits. Whatever benefit is mentioned, only that is available. And what is not available is not there, right? Kamal Oriji says our company is not having a credit rating by any credit rating agency. How ZeD certification helps? Now, this is a good question. We are wanting ZeD to become a parameter in credit rating, right? But for that, ZeD has to perform well, right? जब तक कि इसमें 50,000 1 लाख के करीब MSME सर्टिफाइड नहीं होते हैं, लोगों की आंखें नहीं खुलती, right? People will not take notice unless and until there's a big number. Right now, we are in the process getting that big number. We already have more than 12,000 ZeD certified MSMEs. So we have already spoken to CRISIL, etc., and they have agreed that they will watch ZeD for the next 2 years. And once they are convinced this is a good model and MSMEs are coming into it, they will think of putting ZeD as a compliance model under the credit rating system. So that is where it will come in. Ibrahim ji says, I have a service sector belong to self-driven cars. Right now, you cannot register for it. As in when we come out with a service sector model specific to your industry, then you can apply. Apeksha ji पूछती हैं कि we don't have ISO certification, can we apply directly to silver gold? If you don't have ISO certification, if you don't have lean, you can apply directly to gold if you want, Apeksha ji. Nabindu ji asks, as we buy directly from garden and from tea auction center, then blend it. So blending itself is a part of manufacturing. So I would suggest, इधर हो सकता है कि मैं अपनी समझ से आपको बोलूं कि this particular activity is manufacturing. I would suggest जब आप उद्यम पे रजिस्टर कर रहे होंगे, आपके पास ऑप्शंस आ जाएंगे सारे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के. You select the one closest to your operation, right? And then you will get to know whether this is it. So when you're applying for ZeD, when you're applying for Udyam registration, it will guide you. They will ask you what is the activity you're doing, etc., 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 and it will be self-guiding. It will be very easy for you. In case you, while registering on Udyam, you are confused, then Alok ji has given his email ID. You kindly connect with him on email, and he will help you out. Vikrant Thombari ji बोलते हैं, explain benefits of ZeD again. I would suggest it's a longish explanation. मैं आपसे request करूंगा कि ZeD dot, एक मिनट रुकिए, मैं आपको दोबारा दिखाता हूं कि किस तरह से आप जा सकते हैं यहाँ पे. Just a second. तो आप you can see now that you are on the main ZeD website. You go to benefits and incentives. You click on benefits and incentives, and all the benefits of incentives are all listed here. आप जिस पे भी क्लिक करते चले जाएंगे वो आपको दिखाता जाएगा कि क्या क्या बेनिफिट्स और इंसेंटिव्स हैं. So you can go through the benefits and incentives on this. In case you want to do more about it, हम रिचा जी के साथ उद्यमिता हेल्पलाइन पे ये पूरी प्रेजेंटेशन शेयर करेंगे. उसके अंदर बेनिफिट्स और इंसेंटिव लिखे हुए हैं. You can go through it. उसके बाद भी यदि आपकी कोई क्वेश्चंस रहते हैं, then you can actually write on to the email ID that has been given to you, and we will help you out. So अभी अगले सवाल पे आता हूँ. कुंवर विशाल सिंह जी ने बोला है, we are planning a winery making wine with mango. Very interesting. We do have a Startup India certification. Will be considered for all the facilities under the. Will we be considered for all the facilities under the program? See, when you are applying for a winery and you are already registered with Startup India, you will still have to register on Udyam, right? So Udyam पे जब आप register अपनी winery register करेंगे आप, because distillation and all these processes that happen in making of wine, it will be considered as beverage manufacturing. So आप उद्यम पे जाके इसको beverage food and beverage manufacturing के अंदर आप इस food management के अंदर आप इसको ला सकते हैं इसके अंदर, and then you will be considered under the ZeD program. Kalai Selviji is writing, I am planning to get my products tested in an NABL accredited laboratory. Should I pay the lab and then submit my claim? Okay, this is how the very good question. First, you have to become at least ZeD Bronze certified, right? Once you are ZeD Bronze certified, then you get your product tested in NABL. In fact, what you can do is, even if your product is already tested in NABL, you first pay them and do everything, then come back to ZeD and claim it. This is how the process goes. That your NABL report has to be within the current financial year. It cannot be a 3-year-old report, right? So it has to be April 1 से लेके 31st March के बीच में होनी चाहिए, जिस ईयर में भी आप अप्लाई कर रहे हैं. अगर आप 4 साल पुरानी लाके देंगे तो रिफंड नहीं होगा. Thank you for this question. You have to first pay to the laboratory, whatever the process is, and once you are ZeD certified, you apply under ZeD certified, upload the certificate, we will check the certificate, we will check with NABL whether this is genuine or not, and then we will refund it. This process is very fast because NABL is a part of QCI. Apeksha ji is asking again, we are in project work, we are the manufacturer of cooling tower. Hence, is there any specific requirements of documents? Project work. See, a project work, unless and until that can qualify as manufacturing, you cannot apply for ZeD. So if it is, if you are manufacturing a cooling tower, as in you have a manufacturing unit, you are getting raw material, you are making an intermediary product or a final product, then you can apply for ZeD certification. And you say that you don't have any ISO certification, but you follow QMS system. Hence, can we share the documents as evidence? Yes, you can. But the ISO certification is only to exempt parameters. It is not there as a mandatory thing. In case there is any question which talks about quality management system, then you submit evidence that you're following quality management system. We don't want ISO. If you have no ISO, you can apply for gold. We just need to see your process as per ZeD parameter. We have Sundar Kumar ji, can we apply for now for bronze? That will upload certificate. You can apply for bronze anytime you wish. Kamal Oriji is asking, do we expect any ministry official visiting production facility? It will be an assessor appointed by Quality Council of India. QCI is an autonomous body of Ministry of Commerce. The scheme is of Ministry of MSME. No ministry official comes. No, it will not find a director or a joint secretary or anyone. For example, Alokji or me also will not come to a factory. It will be a third party assessor who is trained and certified on ZeD will come to visit for silver and gold. However, for any spot check, anyone can come. Nabendu Das asks, in Udyam registration, it shows manufacturing. Thank you so much. Great. Go ahead. Apeksha ji again is asking, as we in project work at different locations, hence please tell me that is all site photos of the site required for bronze certification? Yes, not all site. See, if you are in project work, you are just, if you are just, how do I say? For example, you are just installing cooling towers. That is not manufacturing. But if you are manufacturing cooling towers, that is manufacturing. And that has to be at one location, right? If your project is in multiple location, that means your installation you're doing. Installation doesn't come under manufacturing. But manufacturing of that cooling tower does. And that has to be at one location because ZeD certification is one location, one address where the manufacturing needs to happen. In case your headquarter has some documents, etc., wo aap manga sakte hain. But the actual machinery, which is manufacturing, lathe machine or silai machine, has to be at one location, right? Installation doesn't form as manufacturing. Basir ji is asking, sir, any benefit for export firms? Right now, there are no benefits for export firms, but within 1 year, we are going to get some benefits if you are exporting to European countries, US countries, or for different sectors. We are in the process of building that particular framework. You will get back to you in 1 year on that. Rahul ji is asking what will be the total time expected from application to certification. Rahul ji, if you apply today, and if all, let's say for bronze, if you apply today for bronze and all your evidences are agreed to, 24 hours, you will get bronze. For silver, it is a site assessment. There, someone will come to you, assess. If there is no non-conformity, then even in silver or gold, it will happen very soon. Because it is not going through any other process, the time taken is very, very less, provided the evidences that you provide are correct and there is no non-conformity. Okay, Kalai Selviji, you already have a bronze, fantastic. You can apply for the certification, for the refund on the NABL certification that you were talking about, report. What is the duration for renewal for ZeD certificate? Each certificate is for 3 years, valid for 3 years, bronze, silver, gold. Silver and gold can be renewed. Bronze cannot be renewed after 3 years because we don't want you to stay bronze forever. So if you take bronze today, in 2026, it will lapse, you cannot renew it. But if you take silver today, you can renew it after 3 years, or you can go to bronze or gold. Gold can be renewed every 3 years. Amit Rajsi is asking, production certification amount can be claimed on yearly basis, because every certificate is having a recurring amount to give on an yearly basis. This is only once in each certificate. If product certification आप लेते हैं आज, तो अब देखिए, this is taxpayers' money which is coming to you as an incentive. This incentive is primarily here to make sure that you onboard a quality-driven ecosystem. You come on the journey of zero defect, zero effect. This reimbursement is not forever. It is, अगर आपने ब्रॉन्ज लिया है तो एक बार ही मिलेगा, अगर आपने फिर से सिल्वर ले लिया तो फिर एक बार ही मिल जाएगा, आपने गोल्ड ले लिया तो एक और बार ही मिल जाएगा. It is not given on year by year. So it is one time on one certificate only, either product certification or quality management system or an NABL report. Dakshani ji, this is the last question that I'm taking. It's already 5:30. We are doing tests under NABL many times. For each product we are doing test, how much money is refunded? One test report, right? Up to 50,000 rupees or 75% of the cost, whichever is lower, one test report. See, Dakshani ji, it cannot happen that if you have 20 test reports coming in, 20 into 50,000 is refunded. See, the government has only a limited amount of money which can give you as incentive. A, it is giving me the certificate practically without cost, zero cost. You get a joining reward of 10,000, cost of bronze is 10,000. It becomes free for you. Over and above that, it is saying it will refund you your either a QMS or a BIS certification or an NABL report, right? So it cannot come out. The idea here is not to get this incentive. Idea is that you adopt the best practice of ZeD and make sure that you fulfill it in your true spirit. You implement ZeD systems in your manufacturing unit. That is the only idea. अभी आप इनके refund के ऊपर, yes, this can be a 1 or 2 off incentive to you, but your biggest incentive is when you implement Z systems in a continuous basis in your manufacturing unit, you will see it over a period of time that it is addictive. आपको खून लगने की देर है, बस वो खून लगाने के लिए we are giving you such incentives. They are not forever. Tomorrow, however, let me tell you, this kind of incentives is okay when the better and bigger incentives come in. When your clients start asking that if you have Z Silver, I will give you more business. There will be no bigger an incentive than that. And that time will also come soon. So with this, okay, there are more questions which have just come in. Is it mandatory to get certificate? No. Z certification is not mandatory. It is voluntary. We do not want to pressurize you with more and more certifications, but it is advisable that you get a Z certification. It is a very good certification, and it is once you get the hang of it, you would not have to really be prepared for any other certification. Apeksha ji said that cooling tower is under the installation process, but all the testing required for inspection are managed by our corporate office. Hence, how is it possible to get this? Looks to be coming in service sector, because it's just inspection. There is no manufacturing. So I would suggest you wait for some time till the service sector model comes out. So Hitesh ji, you answered your question. Z is not mandatory. However, it is advisable you go for Z. So thank you so much. Thank you, Basir ji. Thank you so much for your kind words. With this, we end this presentation. And if there are any other questions, I think Alok ji has given his email ID. Kindly note it down. Any request or email, you can write it to zed@qcin.org.
I would like to request you to all the participants, if you have any questions, so please raise your hand, ताकि मैं सर के साथ आपको 1-to-1 कॉल कनेक्ट करा सकूं. दक्षायनी जी, आप अपना क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं. अपेक्षा जी, आप अपना क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं सर से.
हेलो.
Yes.
हेलो सर, आवाज क्लियरली सुन सकते हैं आप?
Yes, absolutely, Apeksha ji. I can hear you loud and clear.
Sir, actually, we are in manufacturing of cooling tower, but we are taking the material from our different vendors. Some vendors are under our sister concern. Then, is it possible to go for this certification? Because you are
yes, you can go
that
wherever, Apeksha, wherever you are manufacturing these cooling towers. You have to get the pictures there. Even if you are getting some product from some vendor, and metal sheets are coming from another vendor, and you are assembling and making sure that the entire cooling tower is made at, so the premises where the cooling tower is made is your manufacturing. Take photographs of that.
Actually, sir, hello sir. वो जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है वो साइट पे ऑल ओवर इंडिया एट डिफरेंट साइट वी आर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग द कूलिंग टावर्स, नॉट एट अ सिंगल प्लेस.
तो आपका जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट है, उद्यम के ऊपर वो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट का एड्रेस होता है. Z is address location specific. So अगर आपके 50 यूनिट है तो 50 के 50 have to go in for Z certification. Rather, I mean, it's not necessary all 50 have to go, but जो यूनिट जाएगा उसमें जो एड्रेस लिखा है उसी को ही Z सर्टिफिकेशन मिलेगा. आपके एक सर्टिफिकेट से 50 के 50 सर्टिफाई नहीं हो पाएंगे.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Any other question?
Yes, sir. Sir, no, कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है. सर, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर टुडे.
थैंक यू सो मच.
काफी अच्छा रहा और काफी अच्छे रिस्पॉन्स आ रहे हैं हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स की तरफ से. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you so much.
Joining Udyamita Helpline.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.